Oh, the head, bro.
Oh, 6 packs are coming back.
Night shift.
A team's operating.
Bit of a setback. We're not going anywhere tomorrow, that's for sure.
With Hurricane Irma, boats tossed. Here we are at this marina.
Hi, my name's Colin. I used to be a chief engineer on super yachts, but gave it all up to buy a hurricane-damaged Lagoon 450. My friends and I are fixing it up as we go, and are determined to circumnavigate the entire planet. So subscribe if you want some inspiration to live life to the fullest. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things you did. So what are you waiting for?
By the way, this is the new Parlay Revival splash plan. Today is Tuesday, so from Friday we start splash mode, acid wash the whole boat, Saturday primer and anti-foul, Sunday do the touch-ups for the anti-foul, Monday those 5 letters right there, splash. This is still the work list that we have to do. The self-proclaimed A-team. There we go. So this window here, it's come off from the hull. It's not properly stuck down anymore. You can see it bouncing here. So we're going to pop it out and reseal it with UV 4000.
Oh, the head, bro.
Oh, got a new egg in town. So we're going to prep these surfaces, scuff this up, clean it up, scuff it up real good. Wipe it down with acetone.
Ice cream for lunch.
So you guys need the sticks.
The ice cream 6.
6 packs are coming back.
And the captain won't have them.
6 pack. Okay, so we're about to put the window in. We just put little packers in behind the window on the frame so that the window doesn't sit up against the hull. So it's slightly held off, and it's gonna then just be sort of floating inside the silicone. Perfect.
And a foot full of the good stuff.
It's pretty good, man. It's just to hold it in there. Just want it to sit naturally. So we're getting really close to being able to splash the boat, go in the water. It's Wednesday today, and we're booked in to go in on Monday, and there's still so much to do. So we're working all day, and then I'm editing all night, and the boys have decided to go out and do some sanding even in the night. So everyone's just working their asses off, and we just want to make sure that the boat's ready so that once we're in the water we can just check a few things and then get sailing.
Night shift.
A team's operating. What up?
We've even got the neighbour on the job.
This is Andy. He's the sticker man in Rio Dulce. Pretty much every boat that's got a sticker is you, huh?
Yes.
And all the windows. So anybody coming to Rio Dulce can call you.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, this is the windows mesh. It's like a UV retardant mesh that goes on the window. So it's no longer going to look shitty like that. Yeah. Bueno.
The stripe looks nice too.
Yeah, man. So, there's a lagoon on the back too. Good morning, guys. So, we're gonna put the anti-foul on this morning. We were going to splash on Monday. I'm not going to tell these guys, but we're not quite ready. We need an extra day, so we're going to splash on Tuesday. And we're going to put 3 coats of primer on. It's called Petite High Build Primer. It's this grey epoxy primer, and that's sort of like a barrier coat on top of the gel coat. On top of that, we're doing 2 coats of Transocean antifoul. Got a big list to finish by Tuesday now, but I'm not telling these guys. If you don't tell them, they think we're still splashing on Monday, then we'll get shit done.
How's today, brother?
Good, this is the 2nd coat of antifoul. And then we're just going to give it a 3rd on the waterline. And then that's it. We just want to get it all done today so that we can continue wet sanding tomorrow.
We even got a liner on that roller. You missed a bit back here. Nah. I'm just watching him wad so he doesn't miss any.
He's gonna show me how to do it, and then he managed to get paint straight up the water. He's like, don't do it like that.
Mozzie's about to carry me home.
Oh, it's going out of focus, bro. It's going all weird. You reckon the fumes? With the paint?
Thought I heard it all.
Bro, fumes of paint can make shit go fuzzy.
3rd coat just on the waterline. Not bad. Oh, look at that line. That's
Beautiful.
It was a successful day of applying primer and antifoul, another step closer to splashing Parlay. The next day, the girls decided to take a break from shipyard life, while the boys continued to hold down the fort.
Bueno.
One of the problems we have with this bearing is that it's all worn out. So this is actually the cabin that I sleep in. And when we're at anchor and the water's sloshing on either side, see how much play there is? This rudder just moves like this all the time, and I asked the Lagoon what the spec was, and this bearing here is definitely worn down. So instead of buying a new one for $160 each, I'm just going to shim it out with a 2.5 litre Coke bottle, which is just going to add enough of a shim to take that play out. We'll just check it. So if it just goes in there like that, and I put this in, it still fits. It takes all the play out of it, but it can still move really freely. The reason I can do this is because when this bearing goes up, the bearing doesn't actually move itself. The rudder moves inside the bearing, so all this plastic in the bearing and everything is just going to sit there still. So that's why I don't have a problem using a Coke bottle. There we go, the rudder's up. All the play's taken out of it. Now I can put the rudder stock back on and connect it up to the tiller.
So Kim. Hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from Revelstoke, BC.
Yeah.
Joining Parlay in Rio Dulce. Yeah, super excited to be here.
Nice.
I work in Northern Canada as a camp cook and medic. And yeah, I spent most of my summer up in the Yukon near Alaska, so it feels really good to see some palm trees and feel some heat.
It's definitely a big contrast, isn't it?
Huge contrast.
We got Matt's sister on the board now. So you're on your break from university now, and then now you're going to be sailing with Parlay.
Yeah, I was super excited for it.
What are your expectations from being?
I really want to see more of Central America. Haven't traveled all that much in my life, so it'll be cool to do that. And yeah, I just want to have a good time and spend some time with my brother, and yeah, that's about it.
We were now a crew of 7, and everyone had such an amazing attitude towards helping out, as we could all smell the ocean a mere 20 miles away down the Rio. Those of you who have been following from the beginning will know that I've not been able to get insurance due to not having an out-of-water survey. So our final day before splashing was spent with a surveyor, Casey, who did a full out-of-water survey for us. He had never come across a hurricane-damaged boat scenario before, so it was very difficult for him to value the boat, but he decided to give it a conservative $300,000 valuation for insurance purposes. I had already received quotes for insurance when I first bought the boat for around $6,500 per year for the Caribbean, so it'll be interesting to see what they come back with for the Pacific. If anyone has any advice or suggestions, I'm all ears.
So it's literally the night before we were meant to leave Guatemala. Kind of a serious issue that we're going to try overcome. Bit of a setback. We're not going anywhere tomorrow, that's for sure. I think there's some questionable wiring going on here. Two bare wires plugged into the socket and taped up with masking tape.